Hi, everybody. Welcome to this 1 week, week one training for the Faster Way to Fat Loss. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me in this round. I'm very excited for our journey during this next 6 weeks. I think it'll be transformational for all of us. To get started for this first week, I want you to come up with a small goal that you'd like to achieve. I know as you started the program, you have a goal in mind of what you want to achieve physically, but I want you to come up with a small goal for this week. And the reason is because working towards that small goal and staying committed to that goal will keep you motivated once you achieve it at the end of the week. And then you will pick another goal for the second week, and then you work towards that goal, and then you'll slowly gain momentum and progress towards that bigger goal that you've already chosen. So the goal could be something like completing your workouts for this whole week. For someone that has probably not worked out at all in several years, maybe you choose to complete 3 of workouts during the week, and then you focus that you just make the decision that you scale up to 5 next week. You might choose to stick to your macros, and that's the goal for your week. Other one, focus on whole food nutrition if that's something that you have not been doing in your life, and you feel that that would be a good ideal goal for you this week. So there are multiple things that you could choose, but I do suggest you choose one and you stick to it, and you hold that in front of you as the carrot for this week, because you will be doing a lot of things differently, and some things may be uncomfortable, and it will be a process. So I just want you to hang in there and be patient with yourself, and know that this is something you can certainly achieve, and you will feel very well physically and look amazing as well. So during this week, today, you're going through a low carb day. So on this day, because it's the first time you're doing this, you will mostly be feeling a bit off. You might be experiencing headache. You're going to feel detox symptoms. You may feel uncomfortable. You may feel bloated. And you really just have to hang in there. There's going to be discomfort because your body has been used to burning sugar and glycogen for years, maybe your entire life, and you're just turning into a fat burning machine. So while your body adjusts to these changes, it's going to feel uncomfortable. And you just have to be patient with the process and hang in there, drink lots of water, and know that it will certainly get better as the weeks progress. It's very important on low carb day to meet your protein goal as every day, but that should be your main goal. And stay under 50 net grams of carbs. So that means your total carbs minus the grams of fiber. That will give you the net grams of carbs. So your carbs will be low, your protein will be at the MyFitnessPal level, and then anything else you fill in with that. The more fat you have, the more satiated you will feel. And how you incorporate that fat, you might want to saute vegetables. Some people tend to use a lot of coconut oil in those days. You definitely want to use good quality fats. My preference is nuts and avocados. I love my avocados. I love nuts. I love almond butter. So that's my indulgence. On other days, because of the fat grams that I have to stick to, my macros, I will probably have like 1/4 of an avocado, or maybe half an avocado. On my low carb days, I might have 1.5 avocados per day, and I enjoy it. I love it. I actually feel really good on low carb days. So I think once you get a hang of it, you will know what makes you feel good and what meals you enjoy. and it'll be easier for low carb days. I would, I think in my case, I definitely find more challenging the low macro days. But low carb and regular macros are good. So low carb is today and tomorrow. To make it through the low carb days, I suggest, you drink plenty of water. And to sustain you through the intermittent fasting during your fasting window, you should drink, again, a lot of water. You can have some coffee, you can have some herbal tea. You definitely want to keep your digestive system at rest, so no fiber and nothing over 50 calories. Some people choose to add a little bit of creamer, um, like nut pods or something along those lines to their coffee. But you got to make sure you stay under 50 grams of carb, under 50 calories, I'm sorry. And then, for instance, in my case, I've incorporated celery juice into my diet. So and a lot of times they recommend 16 ounces. I know I can only have 8, and then I'm at 40 grams. You can also do also other juices as long as there's no fiber. Then and you can use a juicer at home, or you can order the juices as well. The Faster Way to Fat Loss works with the juicery, so from the website you can find the link if you choose to order juices from them. However, I do believe that when you start off, sticking to water is probably your best bet. I have 1 cup of coffee per day, and I enjoy it so much because I have it during my fasting window. So I want to have a few notes here because I want to make sure that we go through everything that I want to cover, all the material that I want to cover with you today. I believe that one of the main things you should be doing, you need to do to be successful with the Faster Way to Fat Loss is to enter your macros into MyFitnessPal in the morning. Even at night, if you do meal prep the night before for the following day, that's probably a wonderful time to do it as well. I definitely don't think it's ideal to be doing it throughout the day or at the end of the day, to record all the meals you've eaten previously, because then obviously you don't know where you are at in terms of your macros. So in the morning is probably the best time for you to plan the meals that you're going to do, what you're going to have during the day. And then it gives you an idea of where you are. Sometimes you plan you plan a couple meals and then you realize you're short and you do in the morning. So maybe if it's like a regular macro day, you're like, oh, maybe, I can have like a fruit salad, or I can have a banana or something at night. So it definitely makes a huge difference for you to enter your macros early. It's very important. It's a huge tip for your success with the program. In terms of the snacks, some people have had questions about what type of snacks you can eat. It's a lot of people choose to have just more substantial meals. I certainly do, but I also like to have one snack in the afternoon. And depending on your day, it's different. You should always focus on whole food nutrition throughout this whole program. That should be the majority, if not all your meals, foods that came from the ground or foods that had a mother. That's the majority of your meals should not come from a package. They should be things that you're preparing. So in this case, you could have, on low carb days, good ideas for snacks would probably be hard boiled eggs or nuts. I love nuts. It's easy for me to overdo it with nuts if I'm not being careful. So I try to stick to 1/4 cup, unless it's a low carb day where I could probably have a lot more. So I always measure. And then even on low carb days, you have to measure if you're entering your macros, so because you need to enter, so you should always be using measuring cups, or you can even buy a scale if you prefer. Um, but those are two good ideas. If you eat meat, you can do beef jerky, you can do raw veggies, you can do some fruit as well. No fat, no fruit is off limits. Whereas other programs where like, oh, you can't have a banana or you can't have pineapple, I don't know, because it's too high in sugar. That's not the case. With the faster way to fat loss, it's whole food nutrition. You can have all the fruits you want as long as you know they're within your macros. So you shouldn't have a problem with that. I There's also been questions about a meal plan, and we don't have a meal plan. There are a couple cookbooks you can choose to buy, and that will be a good guide for you. But ultimately, the goal for the faster way to fat loss is for this to become your lifestyle. This should be sustainable. This should be your way of life. This should be a way that you achieve the fitness level uh, that you want to have, and it should be sustainable. It shouldn't be another yo-yo diet, that, you lose all this weight and then you're going to gain it all back. And I think um, one of the strongest points that faster weight of fat loss has is that the fact that you do macro counting, you learn to structure your meals accordingly. You learn what your body needs for fuel. And the 6 week, your first initial round, it's definitely a way to educate yourself about what your body needs, what fuel your body needs. And not only because of what we tell you, because MyFitnessPal parameters are very general, but at the end of the 6 weeks, you will start knowing the difference. You will be noticing the difference in your body. So you might notice that you are carb sensitive and you thrive more on lower carb days. And then at that point, we might do some shifting, some adjusting to your macros, depending on where you're at. Not everyone has to do it, but as you are building lean muscle, then the fuel that your body needs is different as well. So the fact that you're doing the macros, um, and you're not being told what to eat at every meal, um, it it allows us to be flexible for people with different um, food sensitivities and different food tastes, frankly. Again, I am a vegetarian. Um, I don't eat animal meats. I guess it may be a little accurate if I say I'm maybe a pescatarian. I like seafood. So on rare occasion, I will have some. But my primary diet is plant-based, and I wouldn't want to be told that I can only do it if I, have to eat turkey or something like that. It's just, things that I just won't eat. So as long as I know what fuel my body needs, and I'm fitting into my macros and I'm focusing on whole foods, then I'm good to go. So I think it's very powerful because when you're off this program at some point in your life and you're on vacation and you're in real life, or you're invited to a wedding, or you're on a cruise, there's multiple situations that you're going to have to face where, even if you're at work and you go to a convention or something and you're given lunch or invited to a party, you need to be able to make the correct choices based on the fuel your body needs. And the faster way to fat loss is giving you the tools to make able to make the right choices and know what your body needs. Also, that's interesting, important to know is that I encourage people to stay within the cycle of the days as we set them up. So the low macro days, Monday and Tuesday, regular macro, Wednesday and Thursday, low macro, Friday, regular macro Saturday, low macro Sunday. Because I think as you're getting familiar with it, but certainly as you become more comfortable with the whole eating program and the whole strategies, if for some reason something comes up, like I don't know, you have a big event or a family event or something on Sunday, you may choose to change your low macro to Saturday and then do regular macro leg day on Sunday. it's definitely, the whole program is definitely set up to fit your needs and fit your lifestyle. Um, and again, within the group, if you have any questions, you're always obviously able to reach out to any of us. I'll be glad to guide you and support you. If you have a question of what changes you can make, you're more than welcome to ask, and we'll be glad to help you. Um, what else do we have to go through? Again, I think it's very important again to just focus on your water, and vary your proteins. I think that's another important. It's very easy. We all have this idea that we have to stick to our chicken, to our grilled chicken and veggies to lose weight or get to the weight that we want to be in. And the reality is that we should eat all different proteins. Um, I find that a lot of my meals are very repetitive, but within that repetitiveness, I try to vary. And I also think it's important to eat different the colors of the rainbow, because each color in a food and a fruit is indicative of the micronutrients that it has, and we need all the micronutrients to actually thrive. So it's very important. Again, also very important, we do encourage for you to be gluten and dairy free, because those two foods are so inflammatory. In my personal case, I had no idea I was sensitive to gluten until I joined the Faster Route to Fat Loss. When I joined the Faster Route to Fat Loss, I was not sleeping well through the night. And within less than a week after joining and um, being off gluten, I started sleeping after years of not sleeping. So, sometimes we have these food sensitivities and we're not sure about, that we don't know. And until we eliminate those foods, we don't realize how they're affecting our bodies. So, you may not be sensitive at all, but I do encourage people to eliminate those um, items from your diet. And then, you might try incorporating them later on, see how it feels. Maybe you'll see that it never made a difference. But I think a lot of people like myself, we found that we had issues that we didn't even realize that were really an issue until we eliminated, and then we're like, oh, interesting, like, oh, I didn't know you were not supposed to feel drained. I didn't realize we were supposed to feel energetic in the morning. Um, so I think you will find that aside from getting in shape and building lean muscle and turning your body into a fat burning machine, you're going to find a lot of other side effects from whole food nutrition that you were not even expecting when you joined this program. And you will find you'll feel really good. I mean, if you see any of the read testimonials or see video testimonials, the vast majority of the women comment on how simply amazing they feel when they enjoy the program and how easy it is to incorporate as a lifestyle. So that may make you want to join for a second round, and you might want to do 3 or 4, or you might want to join the VIP program. The community is amazing, and it's easy to get excited during the program and wanting to stay on it. And I think each round you learn something different. So it's a good idea to explore once we're further into the program, and you can see more how the positive changes that it's going to have on your life. Again, uh, we focus also on progress and not perfection. We want to celebrate our small goals. We don't want to beat ourselves up. We don't want to use the group as an outlet to complain about our shortfalls, on all the ways we're not meeting our goals or not meeting our macros. Be be patient with ourselves. I mean, be committed, work hard towards your goals, but understand that it is a process, and that you know part of what we're asking you to do this year might be a big change of what you're accustomed to eating, the way you've been accustomed to moving your body. So, you know, there is no rush. Again, it is progress over perfection. And if you just stay consistently committed, doing one thing at a time, you will know um, that you will be successful. And, and if you beat yourself up too much, it might just mess up with your mindset overall, and you may just make one you just it may cause you to quit and give up when when you've probably done a lot of it right, but because you've been focusing on the negative, on the things that you've fallen short on the program, it might cause you not to finish a wonderful program and something that would be of great benefit to you. So we're all about celebrating ourselves and being patient with ourselves. Everyone is successful in this program pretty much. You know, there's just huge changes, and this is all backed by science, and it works. It works. It definitely works. You're going to see a difference. You're going to see how the workouts paired with the low carb days, you feel like fat is melting off your body. You will see how you're building lean muscle on a regular macro days, and when you're lifting heavy. It's just fascinating. It's good, you're in for a ride. Um, in terms of calories, we're not going to focus on calories. We're going to focus on macros. And you will find times that you're meeting pretty much macros, but you're short on calories. You're not going to pay attention to that. You're just going to focus on meeting your macros. And you should not, you should feel about 80% full. You shouldn't feel like you're stuffed at any time. You should feel like you're eating well. You're not hungry. You're not you're satiated. Um, and it's important to understand that we're maximizing your metabolism, and giving the body and learning to give the body the fuel that it needs to function properly, and in a way that will support your life, support you, the way you serve your family, the way you serve your job, your community. There's a big difference that you will see there, absolutely. And again, as things progress, we might need to adjust your macros, but just not yet. Right now, let's just stick to the initial macros that we had in MyFitnessPal. Again, you might feel some detox systems. Just stick to it. You can do this. Drink your water, drink your herbal tea, drink lots and lots of water. Get good rest. Rest is essential for us to thrive and for us to make the changes to the body that we want. Rest is an essential part of the faster way to fat loss. So make sure you're getting good rest, good quality sleep. And again, celebrate yourself. I know you guys are going to do great. I'm so excited for these next few weeks. I'm so excited, for what is to come. Again, we will be communicating through Facebook group. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to be here for you and support you guys along this journey. So excited, so grateful for you to join me on this 6-week journey with the faster way to fat loss. Ladies, have a wonderful week. Love you all and talk to you soon. Bye.